Passes it to Vasquez. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. And Parker with the basket on the assist from Antetokounmpo. 8 points for Jabari Parker.
Yeah, heads up aggressive. Took it straight to the basket.
And just because you can make it from outside,
Greg, I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Now here's Parker. He's got 8. To the wing right side. A shot by Carter Williams. Nobody around. Carter Williams with another miss. LeBron kicks to Thompson. Golden State moving it around. Brown outside. And he gets the bucket. Brown's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Once again, the defense letting him get open at the three-point line. That's a major mental mistake there. You've got to get to the shooter.
Antetokounmpo passes to Parker. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game.
Feeds to Carter Williams. Henson with the screen. Carter Williams dishes to Henson. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
When you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing, length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measures 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan at the 2012 NBA Combine. His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
Right. Here's Antetokounmpo after the Warriors pick up 3. Here's Parker. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroke. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
And talking about Henson, obviously the great length helps him as a shot blocker. The young center is also very quick off his feet. He's averaged around 2.5 blocks a game over the past 2 seasons. He's also been contributing some as a rebounder, though really needs to add some weight to kind of take it to that next step.
And he tied. And another 3 for Golden State.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now deny those looks.
Henson's shot is off.
Getting back to Henson, last year was an odd one for him. I mean, he was starting. Then in February, he was benched, and a hint to Henson that he needs to put a little more work into his game to maintain a place in the rotation. Well, we all know how loud NBA arenas can get. I mean, last season there were some accusations thrown around that it wasn't all organic. I mean, some players felt as if some of the NBA crowd noise was artificial.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Some heavy accusations about artificial noise being pumped in last year. You've seen the issue in the NFL. Talked about now. The NBA's got to deal with this.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I know some stadiums, it might feel like there is extra noise being pumped in. And listen, there are a lot of fan bases that we have are just flat out loud. I mean, it can be electric. But having said that, I don't think we want to have the artificial noise being pumped in. I think it does the game a disservice.
Different look here for the Warriors. Durant's checked in for Curry. Anthony comes in for Brown. James Harden, he's checked in for Thompson. And Irving subbed in for Anthony Davis. A big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Henson. Chris Middleton comes in for Antetokounmpo. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Vasquez. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
The shot's good from Irving.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficient. A team is operating, then their assist numbers, and theirs are fantastic.
just beautiful when they play the game like this.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Brown, he's checked in for LeBron. On defense, the Warriors. Mayo drives in.
And checking out some numbers for Irving. Last year, getting it done. Averaged 21 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Solid numbers, the kind of production we expect. And frankly, I think he's got another level to take it to.
Yeah, he definitely has the skill set to put up even bigger numbers. It wouldn't be a surprise to see that in the coming days.
The three from Anthony, and the basket good. Anthony's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
In the corner, Middleton with it. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Warriors leading by 16. Brown. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Milwaukee ball.
Milwaukee has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here is Bayless. He's covered by Irving. Now Bayless. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. We've got 28 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Brown. The basket good off the assist from Durant. 45 points for the chosen one.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
Here is Bayless. He dishes it to Monroe. With 2 seconds left, and that one's good. Monroe's got 8 points.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
And that does it for the first half of play. The Warriors on top as they wrap up the second quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, what's been the key to what's working well out there for you guys right now?
Defensive end, we rebound the ball, keeping them off the glass, and being able to execute on the offensive end.
Steph, thank you so much. Plenty of ingredients to a solid effort, Kevin.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, their three-point shooting has told the tale here tonight, fellas. They've been lights out from behind the arc. Whether it's coming off a high screen or pulling off the dribble, it seems like whatever they're doing, it's going correct. There's not a lot you can do when a team's got this hot from downtown.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, they got more than a few problems to work.
So that does it for us. Hope you enjoyed our halftime show. Now, we take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half call.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether been from mid-range or in tight. He is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, filling out the wings. It's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Greg Monroe is out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Carter Williams in at the point guard position. Well, for Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. Played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured, blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance. Really just made a transition seamlessly. Very efficient as a rookie before that injury, but which was a really tough thing to watch. Anyone, as he was showing so much promise early on in his career.
And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. 16 points for Parker.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Here's Antetokounmpo, stolen by Harden. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Ball around. Here's Brown. Good. He hits the jump shot. Brown's got 50 points.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Just call him the Beard. James Harden, not just iconic, but also entering the conversation for the best player in the NBA.
Timeout called, the Bucks. And speaking of Harden and being the best, he'd certainly tell you so. He referred to himself as the best all-around player in the league. What do you think?
And I think he's right in that category. A lot of people laughed him off when he said that, but he's been a legitimate MVP candidate. His defense has gotten better, and obviously his offensive game is off the charts.
Henson's checked in for Milwaukee. Henson sets a screen for Carter Williams. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Clock at 2. Middleton can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And he gets it to go.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Monroe. And again, the Bucks miss.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Anthony, the pass to Irving. On the wing, Brown. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Brown's got 53.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Up the floor. Back to Anthony. Stolen by Monroe. Fast break, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo running. Shot to stop the run. And the Bucks miss again. Warriors leading by 18. And here's Brown outside. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. 56 points for the chosen one.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams in their effectiveness from the three-point line.
It has been pronounced, no doubt about it. Definitely a big factor to this point in the game.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Cans the 12-footer. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Irving for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Outside, on the
force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
He's feeling it. And another basket for Golden State.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Carter Williams dishes to Monroe. Stolen by Durant. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Henson's shot is off. So the Bucks, their last game, a win against Indiana. Dishes it to Harden. To the paint, Durant kicks to Harden. Inside, Anthony. Pulls it up. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's Carter Williams. Monroe sets a screen for Carter Williams. Antetokounmpo kicks to Henson. Trying his luck deep. Carter Williams can't get it to go. Golden State's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Brown outside. And another 3 for Golden State.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Brown against Monroe. Henson, a screen on Irving. Here's Carter Williams. Again, Carter Williams missing.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Brown. And the release was before the buzzer. But it...
Okay, fans, put your hands together.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The Warriors shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. Brown out there with Anthony. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Durant in at the 5 down low. That's the Warriors 5. Mayo, the pass to Bayless. Good on the shot. Bayless has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Milwaukee.
Good job threading that pass into the lane. I like his vision, guys. He sees everything.
Here's Brown. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 4 assists in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Anthony with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
Bucks ball.
Mayo into the lane over Anthony. Shot by Mayo is no good.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
Brown. The shot no good. And Milwaukee the other way now. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. And that's the final game of this 5-game road run for the team. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. Connects from 3-point range.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Durant kicks to Brown. Fades. That's good.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Last outing for Golden State. They won that game against Houston. Now Bayless. There's a screen. Outside Mayo. And Plumlee kicks to Copeland. 6 on the shot clock. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Unloads, and it's Golden State with another.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
From where I sit, Greg, it's a simple deduction. If they want things to be easy on themselves here late, make sure he has the ball.
For 3, rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Brown wide open. He fired. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Brown's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
That's good.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Copeland dishes to Mayo. He kicks to Copeland. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And for a long time in the NBA, the stretch 4 was kind of the anomaly and not the standard. Now it seems that you are the rare power forward if you can't hit a 3. Very few traditional power forwards now in the NBA.
And the Bucks making a change here. Monroe's checked in. With the stretch 4 and the need for shooting at the position, they don't need to be a three-point threat, but they do need to be able to hit a mid-range jump shot.
Yeah, well said. I think you need to have guys that can make perimeter shots to create spacing. The game's evolving to a space-out-the-floor type game, and shot-making gives you a chance to do that.
Here's Copeland, and he uses the glass on the layup.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot. The defense can do.
Warriors have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. That's good.
Yep, he's their leading scorer, Kevin, in this game, and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
Here is Bayless. He's covered by Irving. Here's Brown. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Warriors.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Here is Bayless. Out to the right wing from outside the arc. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Partner, that's assuming they can continue that hot shooting. But if they do, and especially if they can get a few stops, you have to think they'll make this thing interesting. And one thing about the NBA, there are a ton of siblings currently playing in the league. Some on the same team, some on opposing sides, but there must be over a half a dozen sets of siblings.
Parker's shot is off.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
Greg, I know exactly what you're referring to. I mean, with this victory, they'll get the edge in the season series by taking 2 of their 3 meetings.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for the chosen one. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
But they'll get another chance. The second chance effort, and Antetokounmpo lays it up and in.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Irving. Rebounded by the Bucks. Pass to Bayless. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Let us take a moment now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game. An absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful.
It was going in.